malarial parasite is left that we'll be dealing with today. Okay, and the last was we had done the helminth disease also, like Ascariasis. Okay, and then we had to start with the fungal diseases today. Fine, so let us see the fungal diseases. We don't have too much of these fungal diseases. The general group of fungi which causes skin infections, causes a specific type of skin diseases, we club them under Taenia. Okay, so we'll be talking about the Taenia group, which is basically causing various type of skin infection. What type of Taenia it is depends upon what part of the body, what part of which organ or which type of skin or nails or hair, that is a scalp, which part is getting affected. Okay, let us see further. Okay, so we were here, and in this we have done about human health and disease. I'll quickly flip through so that we don't end up wasting time. Helminth disease we have done this life cycle, and then we was the fungal diseases. Now, when we talk about fungal diseases, the general term which is given to the fungal diseases is called as the ringworm disease, and the group of organisms which are causing these ringworm diseases are known as the Taenia group, ringworm or Taenia group. Okay. Now, what is the positive organism? The positive organism for Taenia, for ringworm infection, can be of these three types. Well, the first type is Trichophyton. Trichophyton group of fungi causes infections of skin, hair, and nails. I repeat, the Trichophyton group of fungi causes infections of skin, hair, and nails. You know, excessive of dandruff is also a fungal disease. That is why when you're suffering from excessive dandruff and you go to a medical store and you go and buy a shampoo, a specific anti-dandruff shampoo, see the prescription, see what is the ingredients present in that shampoo. One of the important ingredient will be an antifungal medicine. Some antifungal solution will be there, because fungus, excessive dandruff is caused by fungus group belonging to the genus Trichophyton. Then is Epidermophyton. Epidermophyton, as the name suggests, epidermis, somewhere it must be affecting only the epidermis. So skin and nails are affected by the Epidermophyton. Then Microsporum. Microsporum group of fungi causes infections of hair and skin. Then we talk about the transmission. Transmission, whenever we talk about transmission, even in case of dandruff, what it is said, if suppose some of the family members are having the problem of dandruff, then two things should never be shared with such people if you want to avoid getting dandruff from them. First is, you should not share the towels which you are using, that is the towel which is used for scrubbing of wet hair. And second is, you should not share the comb. Yes, clothes also should not be shared, but sharing of comb, because it's a general practice in homes, we keep one comb, everybody comes and uses the same comb. So if somebody is having a problem of dandruff, extensive dandruff, then the comb should not be shared ever. Okay, so transmission, it is from soil. It can be used from used towels, clothes, combs of the infected person. Okay, then what are the symptoms? Symptoms are dry and scaly lesions. How does the dandruff appear? You've seen somebody having a dandruff. When you see the scalp, it appears as if the skin is coming off, and it has become the coming out skin, the dead skin has become whitish. Scales, that is, patches of skin are present. So dry and scaly skin on various parts of the body, like skin, nail, scalp. Nails, generally what happens in case of nails, the nails become blackish, dark reddish or blackish, and then they peel off completely. Okay, skin, when you see somebody suffering from a ringworm infection, the skin appears to be it appears a red patch, a separate red patch, as if it is placed, a raised red patch placed on the skin. Okay, and the common symptoms of all ringworm disease is intensive itching in the area where ringworm infection has occurred. Okay, so these are the type of fungal diseases. After this, we have the non-communicable diseases. After this, we'll do about malarial parasite, and then we will start with immunity. Okay, So what are the various types of diseases? We don't have to go into detail because here in this chapter they are not dealing into details of non-communicable diseases, because majority of these diseases you have studied when you studied about the endocrine glands in class 11, when you study about the various organs, then organ related diseases, there you have studied about cardiovascular diseases, many of the respiratory diseases also. Okay, so diabetes mellitus is a non-communicable disease because it cannot spread from one person to another. Cardiovascular diseases, it affects the blood vessels and the heart, and stroke, which can be a heart stroke or a brain stroke also. Okay, so any kind of stroke, it is also non-communicable. Arthritis, which affects the joints, it is a progressive degenerative disease generally associated with old age. Okay, so arthritis, you know, arthritis, you have studied about bones, you know that arthritis can also be rheumatoid arthritis or osteoarthritis. Okay, so if it is just the swelling in the joints area because of degradation of cartilage, we call it as the rheumatoid arthritis, or swelling in the cartilage resulting in swelling in the joint area. And if there's a complete degradation of the cartilage because of which the movement has become very difficult, then it is osteoarthritis. So arthritis, whether rheumatoid or osteoarthritis, it is a non-communicable disease. Then are cancers. Okay, cancers cannot spread through contaminated food, water, touch, or it is neither sexually transmitted. So it is a non-communicable disease. So all these diseases come under the non-communicable disease. Now comes the second part, that is we have to, in these diseases, these were the diseases, the precautions, the treatment available. Okay, here I have not, yes, I left this point by mistake. Treatment, cryptopulvin, it is an anti-fungal, and miconazole is a medicine, not metronidazole. Okay, metronidazole for helminths. Here it is miconazole. Miconazole is an antifungal. Yes, Aditya?
Ma'am, ma'am, first of all, what leads to like itching on those areas where the fungal infection is there?
I
Like
didn't
it,
get you. Come again.
like itching in the fungal infections, like it is caused by fungal or it is our human body mechanism.
See, when we are talking about itching is caused when something, when, see, fungus has nothing to do. Whatever bacteria, virus, and fungus are doing, they are not causing this itching. They are not causing any kind of pain. Whether it is pain, whether it is redness, whether it is itching or swelling, that is taking place as a result of the response of our own body. That is why we call them all the signs of inflammation. Okay, they are just degrading our cells and eating food from it. It is how our body is responding, whether some histamines are being produced, whether some protective substances are being produced, and as a result of those protective because when the cells they die, they release certain substances while dying so that the nearby cells can be protected, and many of these substances cause these sensations. And indeed these sensations are a method of sending a message to the brain that here lies a problem, can come and solve the problem here. If there's no pain in the stomach region, no special signals are generated by the damaging organ, how would the brain get the message that yes, here I have to go, I have to send the necessary action has to be taken for healing to take place. So these are our responses. No fungus causes this, no bacteria causes this. As a result of their infection, these signs of inflammation can appear, which differs from infection to infection. कुछ में फीवर राइज कर जाता है. फीवर, राइजिंग फीवर क्या है? हमारी बॉडी ने WBCs बनाना शुरू करा. Whenever we talk about any infection, एक इन्फेक्शन का ब्लड टेस्ट में सबसे पहला सिम्टम क्या होता है? How does the doctor comes to know कि हाँ इन्फेक्शन है बॉडी में? By simply looking at the blood test. और ब्लड टेस्ट में वो ज्यादा कुछ नहीं करता, ब्लड काउंट करा देते हैं. ब्लड काउंट से कैसे पता चलेगा? WBCs का अमाउंट बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ जाता है, because when we are suffering from a disease, then the body tries to fight against that disease, and in order to fight against that disease, normal से ज्यादा WBC का काउंट हो जाता है. जितना ज्यादा इन्फेक्शन उतना WBC का काउंट बढ़ा हुआ मिलेगा. Okay, so these are our body responses, whether itching, swelling, high temperature, etc. Okay, inflammation याद है, I told you in class 11th also, there are 5 signs of inflammation, कैसे body respond कर रही है to an infection. 5 तरह के signs होते हैं. First is pain, redness, swelling, then was loss of function and heat. या तो वो एरिया गर्म हो जाएगा, नॉर्मल से हायर टेम्परेचर हो जाएगा. कहीं पे चोट लगती है तो उस एरिया को टच करो, या पर कहीं पे स्वेलिंग होती है तो थोड़ा गर्म लगता है बाकी एरिया से. तो हीट, पेन, वहां पे दर्द होता है. रेडनेस, वो एरिया थोड़ा सा ज्यादा रेड हो जाता है. ओके. स्वेलिंग, वहां पे वाटर का रिटेंशन हो जाता है, सो दैट द प्रॉपर हीलिंग कैन टेक प्लेस एंड द lowering of the temperature of that area can be maintained. या क्या होता है, बिकॉज ऑफ इन्फ्लेमेशन वो एरिया अपना नेचुरल काम करना बंद कर देता है, which we call as loss of function. These are the 5 signs of inflammation. Okay, so should we proceed? So this is clear. Non-communicable diseases. Non-communicable diseases we have discussed here, जिसमें से this disease, cancer, हम यहाँ पर डिटेल में डिस्कस करेंगे. In this chapter I told you AIDS and cancer are 2 diseases which we'll be dealing with in detail. Different types of cancers, different causes of cancers, the different treatment options available for cancer. ये भी हम immunity के बाद we will discuss in detail. Okay. Then we come to the life cycle of a malarial parasite. Now, when we talk about life cycle of a malarial parasite, सबसे पहले जो सबसे ज़्यादा common questions आते हैं बोर्ड में malarial parasites, let us deal with those questions. So the first common question which comes in exam 1 marker या 2 marker में अगर आता है तो which is the primary host. Okay, ये जो malarial parasite है उसको अपना life cycle complete करने में 2 hosts की जरूरत होती है. अलग अलग stages वो अलग अलग host में carry out करता है, and it needs 2 hosts for carrying out its life cycle. The first or the primary host is female Anopheles mosquito. I told you male Anopheles mosquito नहीं हो सकता है, फीमेल एनोफिलिस मस्कीटो. ओके, और इसमें वो क्या कंप्लीट करता है, द एसेक्सुअल स्टेज जो है दैट इज कंप्लीटेड इन द sorry, the sexual stage is completed in the malarial in Anopheles mosquito, and in man the asexual phase is completed. Okay, so those phases होती हैं life cycle में. We have studied about the protozoans, and in protozoans you studied that some of them may have 2 different distinct life stages. So in case of plasmodium, they need 2 hosts for completion, or all those organisms which need 2 hosts for completing their life cycle, they are called as digenetic. Digenetic. So plasmodium is digenetic, जिसको 2 hosts चाहिए complete करने के लिए, out of which the sexual phase is completed in the female Anopheles mosquito, which acts as the primary host, and the asexual phase of the parasite is completed in man, and therefore man is known as the intermediate या secondary host. कुछ books उनको intermediate host use करते हैं. थी 2 terms use कर सकते हैं, definitive host या primary host, one and the same thing. So female Anopheles mosquito is the definitive host, कुछ books उसको primary host भी कहती हैं, whereas man is the secondary host or the intermediate host. दोनों ही terms use किए जाते हैं for fan. Okay, then we come to the life cycle of plasmodium. The life cycle of plasmodium, as I told you, कि digenetic कहते हैं because 2 hosts चाहिए होते हैं. And what are the stages which are carried out? What is the life cycle that is carried out in man? I'll just tell you the main points of the life cycle in man and in female Anopheles mosquito. और उसके बाद I'll show you the diagram and explain the diagram, क्योंकि diagram बनाने के लिए भी कई बार आया है boards में, कई बार पूरा diagram दे करके उसके stages को blank out करके उस पर boxes लगा देते हैं, and they tell you कि write the stages. कई बार क्या होता है, पूरा टेबल डायग्राम दे दिया और उसमें कहते हैं मार्क आउट द स्पोरोजोइड स्टेज, कहां से कहां तक स्पोरोजोइड स्टेज है और कहां से कहां तक गैमेटोफाइटिक स्टेज है. Okay, so let us see what is the life cycle of plasmodium in man. The infective stage of plasmodium is sporozoid. ये भी 1 mark question में कई बार आया हुआ है. Which stage is the infective stage? Infective stage मतलब humans में, हम man में किस स्टेज में इन्फेक्शन कॉज कर सकते हैं? The sporozoid stage is the infective stage, and when the mosquito bites another, जब वो किसी और ह्यूमन को बाइट करता है, suppose I am suffering from malaria, the the mosquito bites me and then goes and bites another person, तो वो sporozoids को release करता है in the blood of that another person. Okay, now what happens, these sporozoids कहाँ जाते हैं, blood में जाते हैं. Blood में जाने के बाद the first place where they go, they float along with blood and they go into the liver. Sporozoid state जैसे ही body में पहुंची, blood में पहुंची, it moves to the liver through the blood. और अब क्या होता है, in the liver the parasite it reproduces asexually, क्योंकि man उसको चाहिए asexual reproduction complete करने के लिए. So it reproduces in the liver asexually, और उसके बाद it bursts out from cells and then again comes back into blood. I repeat, ब्लड से लिवर में गया, लिवर से वापस में काफी अपने नंबर मल्टीप्लाई किया एसेक्सुअली, और वो ज्यादा सा नंबर वापस ब्लड में आ गया. ओके, जब वो ब्लड में आ गया, देन अगेन इट एंटर्स इनटू द रेड ब्लड सेल्स, और रेड ब्लड सेल्स में एंटर करने के बाद जब रेड ब्लड सेल्स के अंदर उनका नंबर बहुत ज्यादा इंक्रीज हो गया, इट बर्स्ट ओपन द रेड ब्लड सेल्स एंड देन इट कम्स आउट अगेन इन द ब्लड प्लाज्मा. जिस स्टेज में ये ब्लड सेल्स को बर्स्ट करता है, ठीक है, उस समय एक सब्सटेंस रिलीज होता है बाय द बर्स्टिंग आरबीसीज व्हिच इज नोन एज हीमोजॉइन. और इस स्टेज में आपने वी स्टडीड कि एवरी 48 आवर्स द फीवर राइजेस. उस हीमोजॉइन के रिलीज होने पर सडन चिली फीलिंग, बहुत ज्यादा ठंड लगती है. कहते हैं ना मलेरिया का एक सिम्टम क्या है, ठंड लगती है एकदम से फीवर का चढ़ना. तो बिकॉज दैट रिलीज ऑफ दैट हीमोजॉइन गिव्स द चिल, और उसके साथ ही फीवर राइज कर जाता है. ओके, नेक्स्ट, अब उसके बाद फिर वो रिलीज होने के बाद फिर नए आरबीसीज को इन्फेक्ट करेगा एंड सो ऑन, इट विल गो ऑन जब तक कि हम उसका क्योर नहीं लेंगे. और any other mosquito comes and sucks, the sporozoites go into that parasite and causes infection. Okay, now RBC के अंदर ही some of these parasites, अभी तक ये asexually reproduce कर रहे थे, अब इनमें से कुछ parasites RBC के अंदर sexual reproduction, sexual stages यानी कि gametophytes को develop करना start कर देते हैं. They start entering into the gametophytic stage, they start producing gametophytes. अब क्या होता है, now when the mosquito sucks the blood, तो उसने suck किया और ये सारे के सारे sporozoites and gametophytes दोनों के दोनों उसके ब्लड के अंदर पहुंच गए. Okay, now what happens, these gametophytes they sporozoites का तो कुछ आगे नहीं होगा, they will stop dividing further. ये जो gametophytes है, when they reach into the stomach of the female mosquito, there the fusion will take place. Gametophyte stage we know it is the end stage. End type यानी कि gametes बने हैं, ये gametophytes fuse होकर के फिर sporozoid stage में आएंगे. Okay, तो ये fusion कहाँ होता है, man में ना होकर के this fusion takes place in the stomach of female Anopheles mosquito. Okay, after this what happens, division हुआ, division होने के बाद zygote बना, sorry fusion हुआ, fusion के बाद zygote बना, and now this zygote becomes motile और इसी को हम कहते हैं okinete. I repeat, gametophytes ने fuse करा और एक zygote बनाया और ये zygote motile बन गया and the okinete formation takes place. Okay, अब ये okinete क्या होते हैं, okinete they bore through the walls of the stomach and they change to the stomach से bore करने के बाद they come into the they bore into this bore to the walls of the stomach and they some of them and they change to oocyst. wall के अंदर bore किया, suppose this is the wall के अंदर bore करके और वहां पर वो stabilize हो गए और वहां पर oocyst में convert हो गए. Okay, now from this oocyst the sporozoites are released into the stomach और stomach से move करते हुए they go into the salivary gland, they penetrate into the salivary gland और अब इस salivary gland में when they bite another person then the sporozoites are transferred. ठीक है, तो एक quick revision कि क्या हुआ, man में asexual stages हुए और although gametes were formed in the end in man only, लेकिन कौन सा form of reproduction हो रहा है man में, only asexual reproduction, whereas which form of reproduction was taking place in case of inside the body of female Anopheles mosquito, it was the sexual reproduction. ठीक है, अब इस टेबल से इसको देख करके and इन सारी stages को हम फिर से रिवाइज करते हैं. Let us see. Okay, so let us start with stage 1. Okay, so stage 1 is सबसे पहले जब स्पोरोजोइड मैन के अंदर आए, when the female anopheles mosquito, सारे रेड में सब ह्यूमंस के अंदर की लाइफ स्टेजेस हैं.
Ma'am,
Yes बेटा,
ma'am, it is not visible.
it is not visible. I'll stop sharing and then I'll share it again. ठीक है, I'll just try to share it again. Now is it visible, Kunal?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, वो मेरे ख्याल से एक से दूसरे फॉर्म. Now as you can see, ये जो red parts हैं, these are showing the stages inside man and these are the stages inside the female anopheles mosquito. ठीक है, तो digenetic stages, that is two hosts, it requires two hosts. First is human and the other is female anopheles mosquito. हम start कहाँ से करते हैं लाइफ साइकिल? हमेशा अपनी ease के लिए कि जब when female anopheles mosquito bites a human, तो वो उसकी बॉडी में क्या रिलीज करेगी? हमेशा स्पोरोजोइड्स रिलीज करेगी, क्योंकि स्पोरोजोइड्स ही सलाइवरी ग्लैंड्स तक पहुंचते हैं. गैमेटोफाइट्स स्टमक में ही फ्यूज करके स्पोरोजोइड स्टेज तक नहीं, जब तक नहीं आते, they do not reach to the salivary glands. So always what is released inside the body of humans in the blood? The sporozoid stage, 2N stage is released. Now when it reaches into the blood via blood, ये आरबीसी के अंदर जाता हुआ नहीं दिखाया यहाँ पर, via blood it reaches to the liver cells. Okay, और liver cells के अंदर जाकर when they reach the liver they infect the hepatocyte. I hope you remember hepatocyte. The cells which make up the liver are known as the hepatocyte cells. तो hepatocyte मतलब liver की cells को infect करते हैं, they enter inside the hepatocytes, और hepatocytes के अंदर और liver cells के अंदर they start showing asexual reproduction, यानी कि simple mitosis से they go on dividing, and after dividing and forming a large number of cells, they are released. The liver cells burst open and these cells are released outside. Okay, now what happens? Liver से release होने के बाद again they come in the blood. फिर से blood में आ गए. Once they come into the blood, what happens? They go and enter inside the RBC. RBC में release में के अंदर enter करा. RBC के अंदर इन्होंने वापस अपने आप को divide किया. Okay, so these stages, although आपकी बुक में डिटेल में नहीं दिए गए हैं, but these stages are the ring stage, the tropozoid stage, the schizon stage. और schizon stage में division के बाद what happens? After division, the RBCs burst open and again they come out in blood, ready to infect the other RBCs. और इस stage में जिस समय ये breakdown हो रहा है RBCs का, not the liver cells, जब RBCs ब्रेक होती हैं तो हीमोजोइन रिलीज होगा और इसी समय चिल के साथ फीवर राइज होगा. ओके, तो यस बेटा.
Ma'am, I think the in practical file also a well-defined diagram is there. So in exam, can we make that?
वी कैन. हाँ हाँ, डायग्राम. सी, ये डायग्राम आपकी बुक के डायग्राम से थोड़ा डिफरेंट होगा. इट इज योर चॉइस. लाइफ साइकिल तो चेंज होगा नहीं, बस उसको रिप्रेजेंट करने के तरीके चेंज हो जाएंगे. टिल द टाइम यू आर मेंशनिंग द schizon stage, यू आर मेंशनिंग लिवर सेल्स, यू आर मेंशनिंग द आरबीसीज, और आरबीसीज में कैसे साइकिल बार बार रिपीट होता है, रिपीट होता है एवरी 48 आवर्स. दिस ब्राउन साइकिल इज रिपीटिंग एवरी 48 आवर्स. इसलिए एवरी 48 आवर्स के बाद चिल के साथ फीवर राइज होता है. बट इट इज परफेक्टली ऑल राइट अगर आप उसको ऐसे नहीं दिखाना चाहो. सिंपल, चाहे आपकी प्रैक्टिकल लैब मैनुअल और your NCERT, any diagram you can make, even if you make this diagram or any other internet based diagram, till the time all the stages are shown, it cannot be marked as wrong. Okay,
Okay.
साइंस की यही तो ब्यूटी है, जो कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं वो गलत नहीं हो सकते, वो कहीं जब तक कि नए कॉन्सेप्ट्स ना डेवलप हो जाए. तो टिल द टाइम यू टेक्निकली राइट, नोबडी कैन मार्क यू रॉन्ग. ये तो ग्रामर इंग्लिश में होता है ना कि आपने कितनी प्यारी लैंग्वेज लिखी है. Science, you don't need प्यारी लैंग्वेज, you should be technically correct. Okay, so now what happens? अब एक बार ये ब्लड में आ गया और मस्कीटो क्या सक कर रहा है? What are these stages? All are showing asexual reproduction. Sporozoids are dividing सब जगह सिर्फ by asexual reproduction, चाहे वो लिवर में था, चाहे वो आरबीसी में था. So they are all still sporozoids only. Okay, now what happens? Some of these sporozoids, यहाँ पे देखो कुछ cells में यहाँ पर दिखाया है. Some inside some of the RBCs, the sporozoids, the merozoids दैट इज द अब जो लिवर जो रिलीज करता है सेल्स को उनको मीरोजॉइड सेल्स कहते हैं. Okay, but they are two end cells only. So these merozoites, they develop gametophytes. So as you can see, two types of gametes are formed inside the RBC. Okay. Now when these two types, the blood cells having the RBC, the red blood cells having these two types of gametes, when they are sucked up by the mosquito, because when it sucks our blood, it goes into the stomach, or stomach mein ja karke it goes inside, and then what happens, the gametophyte mates and undergo meiosis. Stomach ke andar mosquito ke ye dono gametophytes, see this blue gametophyte, male and female gametophytes, they fuse with one another. और फ्यूजन के बाद व्हाट हैपेंस, दे फॉर्म अ जाइगोट. और ये जाइगोट क्या होता है, दिस जाइगोट पेनिट्रेट्स इनटू द स्टमक वॉल. यहाँ पे क्या है ना, थ्रू द मिडगट वॉल. so they are penetrating through the stomach wall, और stomach wall में penetrate करके they get converted into oocyst. Okay, I repeat, the gametophyte fuse inside the stomach, and after fusion they form a zygote, and then this zygote is becomes motile, उसमें movement cause करता है, and we call it as ukainete. जब ये ukainete stomach के अंदर बोर कर जाता है, मूवमेंट है इसमें, तभी ये बोर थ्रू कर रहा है the stomach wall, और वहां पे जाकर के अगेन इमोबाइल बन जाता है and gets converted into oocyst. Now this oocyst remains there. इस oocyst में से what happens, अब इसमें mitotic division शो होता है, और इसमें mitotic division होने से बहुत सारे स्पोरोजोइट्स डेवलप हो जाते हैं. गैमेटोफाइट 2n plus n मिला, 2n जाइगोट बन गया. अब ये 2n जाइगोट जब माइटोसिस शो करेगा तो सारे 2n number of cells will be formed. Those are the sporozoites. Now these sporozoites अब यहाँ से क्या क्या करेंगे, स्टमक वॉल से माइग्रेट होकर के they reach to the salivary gland. salivary gland में एक बार पहुंच गए तो जब मस्कीटो सक करेगा किसी और ह्यूमन का ब्लड, तो the sporozoites will be released along with the saliva into the next secondary host blood. Okay, any doubts in this? This is very important. That is why if you have any doubts, please tell me. If not, one of you, I want you to repeat this cycle. ये बहुत important है cycle. बोर्ड में innumerous types आया है. That is why we have to do it very slowly. Anybody repeat the stages for me? कहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, जल्दी से. Yes. Ma'am, anybody who's raising age in which the infectious stage of malarial parasite for us is the sporozoite stage. When a female Anopheles mosquito has bitten any person suffering from malaria, जब वो आकर के second person को bite करती है, it releases the sporophyte stage, the malarial parasite in its sporozoite stage into our blood. Sporozoite stage is the 2n stage. ठीक है? Now these sporozoites, they are carried along with the blood. ये जाते ही RBCs को destroy करना start नहीं करते हैं. They move with the blood into the liver, और liver में जाकर के they start infecting the liver cells and start dividing inside, enter inside the liver cells and start dividing there very quickly. Asexual reproduction से divide करते हैं. Then what happens? When large number of cells are formed, large number of these sporozoites are formed inside the liver cell bursts open, और इस stage में जो release होते हैं sporozoites, उनको हम sporozoites ना कहके, now we call it that as the merozoites. Okay, and now these merozoites have the ability to infect RBC. जब तक वो simple sporozoite stage में थे, तब तक वो infect नहीं कर पा रहे थे liver cells के अंदर. ये हैं तो अभी भी 2n, asexual reproduction ही है, but they are now into the merozoite stage or the infectious stage, and this stage can enter inside the RBCs. They enter inside the RBCs. After entering inside the RBC, they start converting from one stage to another and start dividing into many cells. Tropozoite stage, schizon stage, and then when large number of cells are formed inside one RBC, the RBC bursts open and the cells, the merozoites, they come out. Okay, so this is the stage जब RBCs burst करती हैं, then fever and chill occurs, and this cycle takes around 48 hours. So every 48 hours the fever rises with a chill. Okay, अब ये या तो cycle ऐसे ही repeat होता रहे, but some of these merozoites they enter into the sexual phase, that is they divide and they produce the gametophyte, meiosis show करके gametophytes produce करते हैं, and these gametophytes remain in the RBCs. When a mosquito sucks the blood of a person, of an infected person, so along with these merozoites, वो साथ में gametophyte stages को भी those RBCs also go inside the body of this mosquito. Inside the stomach of the mosquito, what happens? These two types of gametophytes they fuse with one another, और fuse करके they form a zygote which becomes motile. उस motile zygote को हम बुलाते हैं okinete. Now this motile zygote it bores through, starts moving inside the walls of the stomach, और walls of the stomach के अंदर पहुंचने के बाद उसको सब तरह से protection मिल गया, वहां पे वो बोर करके वहां पर stabilize हो जाता है and again becomes non-motile to form oocyst. Now once it is present in the safe location, it is getting nutrition, somewhat a small amount of nutrition from the secondary host, although ये बहुत ज़्यादा उसको harm नहीं cause करता, but yes it has got protection. So inside that protective area, it's the zygote starts dividing by mitosis, और divide करके mitosis से what will after mitosis a large number of sporozoites, 2n stage, are produced, and from stomach these sporozoites bore through and reach to the salivary gland. Salivary gland में जाकर के उस salivary gland में इकट्ठा हो जाते हैं, and when there's such a mosquito having these sporozoites in its salivary gland, it bites any other person, it transmits these sporozoites into the blood of the next person. Rajan, understood? Now can you repeat?
Ma'am,
Yes, beta.
ma'am, before that, I want to ask one thing. Among
Yes.
among both, who is the vector?
Both are the vectors. See, carrier here is definitely the vector is a female Anopheles mosquito. Rest are host. Vectors जो carry कर रहा है एक person से दूसरे person तक, वो है the female Anopheles mosquito. So vector will be the female Anopheles mosquito. Man is not a vector. Man is just the host. Mosquito is both a vector and the primary host. Okay? Is it clear?
Ma'am,
Yes.
malarial patient doesn't affect the Anopheles mosquito.
It does not.
Affect the mosquito.
नहीं मॉस्किटो को कुछ भी इफेक्ट नहीं करता है. सी उसके स्टमक की वॉल को बोर तो कर रहा है, लेकिन इट इज नॉट डिराइविंग न्यूट्रिशन फ्रॉम द स्टमक वॉल. वो सिर्फ वहां पे प्रोटेक्शन के लिए स्टेबलाइज होता है और वहां पे डिवाइड करने लगता है. तो हार्डली एनी सेल्स आर डैमेज, थोड़ी बहुत ही सेल्स इफेक्ट होती हैं. ऐसे साइकिल्स ऑफ डिस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ आरबीसीज एंड लिवर सेल डज नॉट टेक प्लेस. तो मस्किटोज आर जनरली नॉट इफेक्टेड एट ऑल. ओके, it does not affect, does not harm the mosquito. It is just using the mosquito to move from one place to another, from converting into from gametophyte to sporozoid stage. दो कामों के लिए mosquito को use कर रहा है. उसके stomach को use कर रहा है वहाँ पे fertilization करने के लिए, sexual reproduction, और उसके बाद for developing more sporozoites and then transmitting those sporozoites from one person to another. Okay? Any other doubts? Rajin, explain करोगे बच्चे?
What do you call that zygote which is formed after the fertilization of those two gametophytes?
I didn't get you.
What do we call that zygote which is formed after fertilization of those two gametophytes?
Then the fertilization.
The fertilization of gametocytes, zygote is formed.
See, after fertilization of these two gametophytes in the stomach of mosquito, then the zygote is produced. Humans में तो सिर्फ वो अपने diploid state से या sporozoid state से या 2n state से, जिसको most अब हम उनको merozoites कहेंगे क्योंकि liver के अंदर division के बाद they are called as the merozoites because now they have the ability to enter into RBCs. पहले उनमें ability नहीं थी. Now after division inside the liver cells, the cells which are coming out, although they are also 2n, they have the ability to enter into RBCs. So in merozoites में से some of them produce gametophytes. Okay, inside, but this takes place inside the RBCs of humans. Fine. Okay, any other doubts? So we have discussed about what are the positive agents. Plasmodium, उसके अलग अलग type हम लोगों ने पढ़ लिए थे. Benign tertiary malaria caused by Plasmodium vivax. Then pernicious malaria or malignant malaria, अलग अलग types caused by which all organism I had shown you in the notes. Now what are the symptoms of malaria? हम लोगों ने ये भी कर लिया था. Malaria is the fever which repeats after, which starts after 14 days of infectious bite. Like इसका जो incubation period है वो 14 days का है, और उसके बाद less appetite, sleeplessness, और सबसे ज़्यादा important है feeling of chilliness. Fever along with feeling of chilliness, बहुत ज़्यादा ठंड लगती है. Okay, and the temperature rises very high. It may reach up to 106 degree Fahrenheit in the height of fevers. Highest पर वो 106 degree Fahrenheit तक जा सकता है. Yes.
मैम सो asexual cycle तो ह्यूमन में होगा और सेक्सुअल साइकिल मॉस्किटो के अंदर होगा.
Yes. Gametophytes बन जाएंगे ह्यूमंस में, लेकिन ह्यूमंस में वो gametophytes जो है फर्टिलाइज नहीं होते. उनका फर्टिलाइजेशन स्टमक ऑफ मस्कीटो में ही होता है. अगर बन भी गए हैं तो पड़े रहेंगे ब्लड में ऐसे अलग अलग आरबीसीज में, वो फ्यूज नहीं होंगे कभी भी ह्यूमन के अंदर. फ्यूजन टेक्स प्लेस. यस
मैम व्हाई ओनली इन मॉस्किटो, क्योंकि ह्यूमन में तो मैम एनर्जी लेवल भी बहुत ज्यादा होता है ब्लड में और न्यूट्रिएंट्स भी
the
ज्यादा.
conditions, the pH which is required, the conditions which are required, क्योंकि RBCs को तो वो eat up कर रहा है, it is using up the RBCs as food, so they are released into the stomach, and the conditions of the stomach are appropriate for this fusion to take place, whereas the pH of the conditions present inside the RBCs or in the blood are not suitable for this fertilization to take place. ठीक है, वहाँ पे asexual reproduction तो होता है, but for sexual reproduction the conditions which are required, they are not suitable. Okay.
मैम आई एम नॉट एबल
Yes.
टू अंडरस्टैंड साइकिल का स्टार्ट कहाँ से हो रहा है. फ्रॉम
साइकिल
मॉस्किटो
स्टार्ट हो रहा है ह्यूमंस के अंदर स्पोरोजोइट्स आने के साथ. ह्यूमंस के अंदर स्पोरोजोइट्स के आने से साइकिल स्टार्ट हुआ. वहां से गए स्पोरोजोइट्स लिवर में, मीरोजोइट्स में कन्वर्ट हो गए, मीरोजोइट्स आरबीसी में गए, आरबीसी को इन्फेक्ट करके ये साइकिल चलता रहा. कुछ मीरोजोइट्स ने गैमेटोफाइट स्टेज में कन्वर्ट हो गए, और ये गैमेटोफाइट्स जब एक होस्ट में मस्कीटो में पहुंचे, तो मस्कीटो के स्टमक में जाकर के गैमेटोफाइट्स ने पुश किया, जाइगोट बनाया. जाइगोट ने बहुत सारा माइटोटिक डिवीजन शो करा, और बहुत सारे स्पोरोजोइट्स वापस बना लिए, जो कि माइग्रेट करके सलाइवरी ग्लैंड में आ गए. मस्कीटो ने जैसे ही बाइट किया किसी और पर्सन को, the sporozoite stage are transmitted. बस ये सिंपल. ओके, तो स्टार्ट हुआ ह्यूमंस में स्पोरोजोइट्स के आने से. Any other doubt? Because we will not take up, we don't have time to take up any other topic now. So if you have doubts, you can clarify your doubts. Wait, show you. Malaria we have done. कौन से type of malaria कौन से positive agent करते हैं? We have done the transmission. Vector भी है plus primary host भी है. Humans are the secondary host. Vaccine, malaria vaccine has come. Incubation time is 14 days. The symptoms we have discussed. Prevention also we have discussed, and the treatment we have discussed. Plus now we have discussed the life cycle. ठीक है? तो लाइफ साइकिल को दो पार्ट्स में लिखना चाहिए. व्हाट इज द राइट वे ऑफ राइटिंग द लाइफ साइकिल? दो पार्ट्स में लिखो. फर्स्ट इज द स्टेजेस इन मैन, एंड देन द स्टेजेस इन फीमेल एनाफिलिस मस्कीटो. ठीक है? फाइन. So that's it. 2 minutes left. If you have doubts, you can clarify your doubts, because next topic we have to take up is immunity. Very interesting topic. Topic आप लोग पहले भी इसमें कर चुके. Okay, there was one thing I had to tell. Let me see. 2 minutes. Let's utilize these topics. I'll just tell you the details of this test. I told you about. आदित्य कौन सा टेस्ट था वो?
मैम
Body. हाँ. Yes. Amebiasis में it was the Charcot latent crystals. Okay. So I'll just tell you about the Charcot. I'll tell you the details of Charcot latent. But you should know that what are these Charcot latent crystals? These Charcot latent crystals, they are microscopic crystals which are composed of eosinophil protein. They are microscopic crystals composed of eosinophil proteins. They are found in people who are suffering from parasitic infections such as pneumonia or ascariasis. Pneumonia or ascariasis. Now, why do these chalcochlatin crystals continue further? By we're trying to answer why do these chalcochlatin crystals they appear? Okay, so these crystals they appear they are not giving the right explanation. See, they are again saying the same thing, that these crystals, again, no details. I'm not able to find these details in any of these journals. They are just saying that when infection occurs, then generally it is seen that these crystals they start appearing on the eosinophils. Fine. I'll still go into a deeper detail of this. अभी तक कोई journal I have not come across. But if I am able to find कि क्यों बन क्यों जाते हैं, how are they secreted and why are they secreted, उनका relevance क्या है, ठीक है, I'll let you know. अभी तक तो I'm not able to find out. आपके NCERTs में, आपके refreshers में इसकी कोई भी डिटेल नहीं है, कई सारे journals में इसकी कोई डिटेल नहीं है. I'll try to find out कि relevance क्या है इनके होने का. ये सिर्फ ये observe किया गया है कि ये बन जाते हैं eosinophils पर, और अगर ये crystals present हैं eosinophils पर, इसका मतलब कि parasite भी होगा और parasitic infection भी होगा. Okay, अब ये क्यों डेवलप क्यों होते हैं, this answer we have to find out. So take it as a project for you, a project for me. We'll try to find out. जिसको भी इसका आंसर मिल जाता है, ऐसी छोटी छोटी चीजों को जब तक और we don't try to find out, we don't go into the details, put deep into the subject, हमारा इंटरेस्ट खत्म हो जाता है. Okay, so it's a project for tomorrow. You have to find out what creates these crystals on the eosinophils ड्यूरिंग इन्फेक्शन, ड्यूरिंग अमीबियासिस क्यों बन जाते हैं और कॉम्पोजिशन क्या होता है इन क्रिस्टल्स का. 2 things we'll find out. Okay.